A very good afternoon to our Honorable Principal, IQAC Convener, all our faculty members and students present here. We extend a hearty welcome to our resource person, Dr. Pratima Chatterjee. This day is very special. Today is 11th February, and since 2015, United Nations General Assembly has designated this day as International Day of Women and Girls in Science. As we all know, though women have left their imprint in all fields, still there is a considerable gap between the two sexes in the field of science. So, United Nations, in order to foster women involvement in STEM, that is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, they have dedicated this day in particular to celebrate women achievers in these fields. We are very grateful to have amongst us Dr. Pratima Chatterjee, a young and dynamic academician working as an assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science, Kaji Nazrul University. She has already added many laurels to her cap. Before teaching at KNU, her career had spanned across NIT Goa and NIT Raipur. Her research interests are diverse and very relevant to our modern times, encompassing fields on biomolecular computing, cybersecurity, machine learning, deep learning. A prolific writer on scientific journal, her research articles have been published in various journals of national and international acclaim and conference proceedings, earning her multiple Best Paper Awards. She was also awarded the prestigious Vishveshwaraya PhD Fellowship during our doctoral work. We are immensely thankful to Dr. Chatterjee for gracing this special day and encouraging our students to lift their imprint on science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We welcome Dr. Chatterjee on stage.
না 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 এখানে এইখানে হ্যাঁ সব আছে সব সেট করে হ্যাঁ যাও 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 যাও
We would request our Honorable Principal, Dr. Shati Chakraborty, to come on stage, and we would also request our IQAC convener, Dr. Biru Rajo, to come on stage and felicitate our speaker. Our Honorable Principal, Dr. Shati Chakraborty, is felicitating our guest. And as a token of appreciation, with a plant sapling. We request our Honorable Principal, Dr. Shati Chakraborty, who is also a noted environmentalist, to say a few words on this special day.
Thank you, Dr. Ravini Madam. So today we are assembled here to celebrate our International Day of Women and Girls in Science. And this year, the theme is totally on AI, and that has been given by United Nations. Every year, these themes are changed, and this year the theme synergizing the AI, social science, STEM, and finance, and building the inclusive futures for women and girls. As we are the women's college, like a girls' college, so we have some responsibility towards the society to celebrate this International Day of Women in Science as to show that there is a, though it is that there that existing gap of the genders that already exist in our GDPs and also in the social sectors, but still women they are doing the excel in different sectors of STEM. And as we are running the different courses of social science, science, and also different bioscience, different branches, and the students, those who are also from the computer science and also the BCA, they could have an idea that how their studies will also match up today's themes like the artificial intelligences, the importance of artificial intelligences. Now this artificial intelligence become the buzzword. Like every department, every research, every field, they are coming up with their innovations, their creations, that how they can apply their studies, their research, their knowledge in these fields. So it is not that it is only it is for the science, but those who are dealing with the commerce, maths, they are also have that applications of AI into the work area in today's world. So it is for us a good opportunity for everyone that who are associated with this kind of research and the studies and also the sector where in upcoming days there are lots of scopes of AI, like in everywhere, not only in the biological science, not only in the computer science, that the applications of AI is there. Today we have got an opportunity to have the madam from very nearby our own university, KNU, from the computer science department, and she will be talk about the bioinformatics. And you know, this bioinformatics is a field that in previously it was not have that existence. Like there is no graduations, there is no the BSc, but that was started in the DBT from the like the Department of Biotechnology, that from the master's degree onwards. Now you can think that where is the applications, like on the research area. So this bioinformatics is totally dealing the upcoming days, the computer aided drug designing. The CAD is totally depends on the bioinformatics studies, and there are lots of scopes for our students to get into these areas, the molecular biologists, the chemists, those who are working or associated on this area. So we want that our students should know in the subjects that how this AI could be applied, and they should regularly practice this for their studies and their research. So I'd like to continue the success of this seminar and the day, the way how we have started. So here we will have the presentations also from the madam. So I'd like to ask the students that if you have any queries regarding this area, you are open to ask the ma'am regarding your scopes on this area too. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Shati Chakraborty Madam, for delineating beautifully the area where the scope of AI is pervasive. We would now request our IQAC coordinator, Dr. Biru Rajo, to share his insights on this talk.
Thank you, madam. Respected on dais, respected principal madam, and today's speaker, Dr. Pratima Chatterjee. Respected teachers and dear student, today, 11th of February, we are celebrating International Women and Girls in Science. Basically, on 8th of March, we are celebrating International Women Day. There is a separate date for the 11th February. already to encourage the science among the women. That's why there is a International Women's Day in science for the girls and for the girls. Today we are going to uh, discuss not the topic of the seminar, the AI with the bioinformatics. Recently, lots of research paper, a lot of scope for the PhD in the bioinformatics. By the combining AI, literally it will enhance a different level. In our college, one of the faculty member, Dr. Fahad, he has published more than 100 SCI paper and lot of paper including the containing the AI and the bioinformatics. So for the student you there is a lot of scope. Madam has told already for the BC student, you can also work on the bioscience and the other things. And for the bio student, you can use the AI to enhance your research work. So today's seminar is very significant for the both of the student, the bioscience student and the computer science student. And we have a right person, Dr. Pratima Chatterjee, to discuss on this. So without wasting any time, I would like to Madam to start the session. Thank you on the behalf of college, on the behalf of IQAC. Once again, Madam, welcome in the Asansol Girls College.
Thank you, ma'am and sir, for introducing me and giving me that opportunity for discussing about the topic of AI-driven bioinformatics. So, and I just want to just drawn your attention of the students who are coming from the department of computer science as well as bioinformatics. Other than this, if you able to understand about AI from other departments also, if you want to use it, you can also use it. So the teachers as well as the students, I will trying to discuss about these things, and I request you, if you have any questions about the discussion, you can ask me as further time. Okay. So now I am starting the presentation. As sir and ma'am both told about one thing, that is today is basically the discussion has been going on about the International Women's Day. So at the end of this lecture, I will try to mention some women's researchers who have contributed their research in this field also. So I'm going to the our topic that we will try to cover in this discussion. One is AI fundamentals. That means first of all we will discuss about some fundamental topics of AI, then machine learning, then some application of machine learning and email implementation details. But I will not going to the internal details of the email because this is basically the part of the computer science student, but I have mentioned some of the libraries and some Python code, how it will be implemented in a very small part, and then deep learning and about some bioinformatics and therapeutics, then some open research area. After that, about the women health scientists we will discuss, then we will conclude the session. So here, first of all, what is AI? AI means basically, if you look about the word AI, that is AI means this is artificial intelligence. So in this artificial intelligence, two words are there. One is artificial and another one is intelligence. So what is the meaning of artificial? Artificial means this is the mandate thing, and about that means intelligence, basically this depends on the thinking power. So Here the words can be explained in this way, that is a man-made thinking power that can be included in this field of the AI. So when the word AI has been arised, this is in 1956, and basically being approximately 2000 years old, this field is basically older more than 2000 years, because here we will talking about the thinking power as well as the intelligence, but these things was in hidden, that is the intelligence is there in the human brain only, but nowadays in the field of AI we are trying to build some machine that will work as like as a in human beings also. So here in the definition of the AI we can say that is artificial intelligence is the simulation of human intelligence processed by machine, especially computer science, and specific application of AI can be included the expert system, the natural language processing and speech recognition and machine vision. Basically these all these fields are the different alternative fields, but here one thing is very important, all these are the current research field, and each of the application of the each of the field is huge. And what is the goal of that type of research is that here we always trying to build a machine that acts like a human being, that means human intelligence will be incorporated in that machine. So how it will be done, we will coming one after another. So first of all, in the introduction of the AI, here I have included one thing, that is one example. We all actually know about the Google Map. So in the Google Map, if you actually observe, on the time you can able to track that if some traffic is there, so that will be just seen in the Google Map by some red marking or that type of things has been done. Okay, so how that type of traffic suggestion can be given by the Google Map? So there the AI is incorporated in that part. Okay, so now here if we say about one key message, what is AI? AI is not a magic, but here two things is important. One is the data, another one is the algorithm that will be driven by the data, and after that the computing power will help us to to actually easy to go to in our life. That means some application will be implemented in such a way so that our life will be easier for the for actually doing our work. So here the core characteristics of AI are, so AI can learn from data, that means basically in the AI, so the AI model, basically the AI model is learning from the data, and the reasoning here, reasoning means this is some type of analogical thinking, or some we can say that is we are trying to driven something from some data, and then that model can able to solve some problem, as well as the perception is also there, that is interpreting some interpretation of some sensory information, that is it can able to driven some information from some existing one. It can able to intelligence, just like human beings, human can able to driven some idea, some logical information, or some decision can, they can also done. Similarly that thing, that model can able to take some decision also. Another one is the natural language processing. So the application of the natural language processing, we can see that is sometimes if you have used the some software that is Grammarly or like that, they can suggest some text to us. That means if we have done some wrong thing in the text, so that can be corrected by this type of AI model. As well as if something, some wrong text we just want to include, that means some text that is harsh, and we just want to improve that harshness to softness of a text, that can also be done by the AI model. and this is the part of the natural language processing. Here we actually discuss about that means in this slide basically what is the need of the AI. AI is coming in our life just 1 decade ago, 1 decade, 2 decades. Okay, so is there any need? That means if AI is not in our life, so will we suffer? So yes, because nowadays the humans are faster because of the machine, and machine are faster because of the AI, as well as in most of the times in the previous time when AI was not there, on the time each and every field human have to use their intelligence, so some manual mistake maybe happen there. In case of AI, that manual mistake we can try to uh, just overcome this one using the AI model. Though AI has some kind of errors, that means some genetic errors it can include in a AI model, but one thing we have to understand that most of the time we can use a machine intelligently to update some model. So here I have actually included some tasks that can be done by AI model, that is the automation. Automation means we don't have to put any human beings to do the work. The model can work by itself, as well as the data analysis. That means there was a huge problem when we will actually trying to analyze a large set of data. Large set means 1 billion, 2 billion data. If some human beings trying to analyze that data, it will take a lot of years. So that will be a big problem. And now AI can able to analyze the data within seconds or few hours if the data set will be very large. So data analysis, that means large set of data analysis can be done by the AI, as well as the healthcare section is improved by the AI, because in the healthcare section a lot of data analysis have done for analyzing the, that means for suggesting some kind of therapeutic suggestion for the patient. Basically, here some personal healthcare tool has been implemented by the AI developer nowadays, and that type of tool can able to suggest that what type of work we have to perform to get rid of some health related problem. So that type of personal assistant has been already implemented using the AI. Now the increase, that means here in not only the healthcare section, in the industrial, different industrial area, AI has some actually it will give some opportunity to improve the task in such a way to include the, by including the automation, as well as by including the by reducing the data analysis time, and by observing a large set of data and information. Another is solving of tough problems. If we are talking about a very complex computational problem, so once a time, that is a computational problem also solved in a, that means sometimes what is happened, uh, some computational problem may take a lot of time for getting the solution. So that type of solution also can be, that means some predictive solution we can uh, direct it from a AI algorithm. Another one is the boosting of economy. That means if the industry is improving, that means it will directly impact to our economy. And the safety is also improved, because if we can able to predict some situation, on that, based on that we can take the proper decision to get the safety. So that is the reason the AI matters to our life. Now, this is the AI algorithm. Basically, in the AI algorithm, three types of AI algorithms are there. One is the rule-based algorithm, another one is the searching, and this is optimization and searching algorithm, and third one is the learning-based algorithm. So we all are familiar about the learning based algorithm, that is machine learning model, deep learning model. But what is the rule based algorithm? Rule based algorithm means basically sometimes the algorithm will be implemented in such a way that is sometimes what is happened, some problems are there, that problem can be read by in this way, that is if this will be happen, then this decision will be taken. That means this is basically about the decision making problem. And that type of algorithm, that type of rule based algorithm is very useful for the expert system, for implementation of the expert system. It may be the personalized expert system or maybe the industrial expert system. But what will happen, the expert system can perform one task for a particular community or for a particular type of area of uh, in the industry or in different application sections. So expert system, and it will include the automation also and compliance and mimicking the human also. So in the search and optimization algorithm, we are actually know about the search and optimization algorithm, that is BFS, DFS, that type of algorithm. Actually, who are the computer science students, they know that what is width first search and depth first search, that type of, these are the searching based algorithm, and there are several optimization algorithm in the computer science we know. But what is the application area of that type of searching and optimization algorithm? In the game theory, we all know that in a game theory we have to understand the move of the participants in a game. So how the move of the participants can be predicted, so that can be done, that type of AI based optimization algorithm. So after coming, when AI has coming on that time, what is happened in the game theory field, a lot of improvement has we can observe. Okay. Next one is the ML and DL, that is learning based algorithm. This is the machine learning algorithm and deep learning algorithm, and we all familiar about the machine learning model and deep learning model, because most of the machine learning and deep learning model is used in the personalized AI devices. For the personalized AI devices, that type of algorithms are used, and uh, that means implementation of that type of algorithm, ML and DL, that is not very difficult also using the Python. Okay, because there are several Python libraries that will help us to implement that type of ML and DL algorithm. Now, and here the hard code programming can, if anyone want to implement that, they have to uh, have some knowledge about the hard code programming. Okay, so how many types of AI algorithms are there? In that things, basically there are some classical AI algorithm. That means classical AI algorithm are these one. That is, these are the algorithm for AI only. That means this is not the prediction or some suggesting, there is some regression related algorithm. These are the algorithm for a artificial intelligence system, and here we can say that is in the when the AI is coming in the field of the computation, on that time, that first the classical algorithm has been arise, that is the searching algorithm as well as the optimization algorithm, the star algorithm, and the expert systems. Okay, so going to the next slide, that is modern AI algorithm. I have not discussed about the previous slide because the time is limited, I think. That is it. So modern AI algorithm, these are the, that means in the modern AI algorithm, I have included some of the modern AI algorithm. That is, one is the ML, that is basically, ML means machine learning, that is basically used for model implementation as well as data analysis. That means that model can able to analyze the data, build some new prediction data, as well as it can generate some new value, as well as it can able to draw some patterns from a set of data values. Another one is the neural network that imitates neurons, as well as the evolutionary algorithm. Evolutionary algorithm, this is basically used in the biological field actually there. So evolutionary algorithm is that means various kinds of fields that algorithm has been arised, and this is included in the field of AI. And here for AI it can use the mimic of the nature, that means some natural facts are going there, that is going there, based on that algorithm is implemented. Okay. Now there are different types of AI we can observe. That is, one is the narrow AI. That means which type of device we want to implement, based on that the AI will be divided. That is types of AI. That is, one is narrow AI, another one is the general AI, and third one is the super AI. So based on that three different types of AI, what is the thing, that is the difficulties will be increased. In case of narrow AI, the AI model is implemented only for some personalized task. So if we want to implement some model for some personalized purpose, on that time we will use the narrow AI. So there the data set, that means the size of the data set will be lesser. In case of general AI, what will happen, that is this can be the future one, and here the intelligence of human is trying to incorporate in an AI model. Basically the deep learning model can be, that means the generative AI and deep learning, the last generation deep learning model, that can be the use of the general AI, that can is included in the general AI. And third one is the super AI. Super AI means that type of AI, that means superhuman. If we want to build some superhuman, on that time the help of the super AI we have to take. Okay. Now here I have shown some example of some narrow AI. That is, we all know about Alexa, that will help us to perform some work in our home environment. So Alexa is a application, that means it can able to detect the speech and do the work that we are asking to do by this device. Okay. So this is Alexa is the type of narrow AI. Okay. Another one is the medical diagnosis system. Here we know about radiology AI. That means there by this system we can able to predict the presence of some tumor cell or some lumps in our body. Okay. Another one is the recommendation system. That is in the Netflix, in the Amazon, or in Google. If you search something, after the when the next search will be done, on that time you can able to understand, that is the search result will be given based on your previous search. So how this can be possible? Because some AI is incorporated with that search engine. Now here I have just given two comparative things. One is what is general AI as well as super AI. Super AI is the future that is not implemented, and humans are trying to implement the super AI. I think you all heard about the generative AI. Generative AI means here the AI model can be updated, or the AI model can learn from the wrong thing that it have done. Okay, just like human beings, if we done some wrong thing, on the time we can learn about what will be the right decision. The generative AI basically done the work in this way. So first of all, when the email has been coming in the in the field of AI, on that time what is happening? It can learn only from the data. But when we incorporate the deep learning model in the field of AI, on the time what is happening, that is we will trying to think about that means the model can trying to learn from some previous decision. That means some feedback path was there in the deep learning model, and when the generative AI is coming, on that time what is happening in the generative AI, the basically it will learn from its whatever the wrong thing, whatever the error that had been occurred in this result, it can learn from there. So here we can say that is in general AI, the reasoning across domains are included here, basically the decision making just like a human beings it will try to do. And deep learning generative AI is included in the general AI. In the super AI, this is basically some model that can replace human beings. That means some super human beings is trying to implement it in the super AI model. Here the ethical risks and control problem is there for the super AI. Okay, so because AI ethics is not implemented in a very well manner, so the ethics, AI ethics is trying to improve. Now I'm coming to the machine learning algorithm. In the machine learning algorithm, here you can see what is ML. At AI means it is a part of AI. ML is a part of AI and it can learn from input data as well as the algorithm will be implemented. After that, algorithm is implemented from the data and the data will be divided into two parts. One is the training data and another one is the testing data. But first, based on the training data, the model will be implemented. After that, the model will be tested by the test data and we will trying to validate the model based on the test data. If how much error is occurred, how the improvement can be done, and how the model can able to predict the value correctly, how much correctness can be given by the model. So that different types of parameters are there for this model. I will come on that part also. First of all, I have include here some different types of machine learning models. Basically here three types of machine learning models are there. One is supervised learning model, another one is unsupervised, and third one is the reinforcement. The supervised learning model is means it will work on the label data. That means some values will be there and based on the value the prediction, either prediction or the regression, that means the classification. Prediction means this is the regression, that is we will can able to predict some value, that means some value will be generated, and another one is the classification, that means based on some parameters a data set can be classified into multiple sets. Okay, in the unsupervised learning basically this is the this is work on the unlabeled data, or here we are trying to find out the pattern from a set of data. Here in the unsupervised data clustering, dimensionality reduction problem and associate rule learning, that type of things can be done in the unsupervised learning model. In the reinforcement model, the feedback path is there. If a model has done some mistake, and it will take the feedback from its output and it will improve itself. Just like that, suppose there is an image and I have not actually here you I don't know this figure is visible or not. For each of the model I have included one figure. In the first you have seen that is classification. Classification is the type of supervised learning model, and regression, this is also the type of supervised learning model. And what is clustering? Here also in the clustering the pattern will be find out from the data, as well as the data will be divided into multiple classes or multiple cluster here. And the third one is the reinforcement learning. In the reinforcement learning, this is the agent based learning. Particularly here one AI agent will be created that will detect some figure or identify some features from that figure, and if it done some wrong thing, if it the agent identified that it will done some wrong thing, so it will update the model one after, that means each cycle. So that is the reason this is a different type of, this type of model is now not in very work. Basically this type of model is very useful for the robotics field. Here the different application of AI algorithm is included. One is you have seen, that is I have just mentioned some of the application, that is image recognition, speech recognition, and self-driving cars, that means some automation, automated car driving, that type of system has already implemented, you know, that is, and virtual personal assistant that will help us, that is the Alexa virtual personal assistant that will help us to do our home oh, whatever the task we will ask it in our home. And stock market trending or that type of prediction, that type of prediction will help us actually in our economy as well as in a stock market trending. One more thing we can able to understand, that is which product, that is productivity of something, and it is very useful for the industry purpose also. The productivity will be regulated by that type of analysis. And the medical diagnosis, this is very useful for detecting, that means detecting the disease from some clinical symptoms, as well as if we are able to detect the disease with some personal assistant, with some AI device in a very frequent way, we can able to understand the problem, and in a within very short time we can able to suggest some drug or therapeutics for that type of problem. Now, here our basic uh, discussion is in the email in healthcare. Here I have just included some of the application area of machine learning in the healthcare, that is smart health devices, personalized medical treatment, disease prediction, drug discovery and manufacturing, medical imaging. So all these are the different types of AI models that will help us to that improve our medical field with the AI. This is the different application. That means this is the industrial application of the AI. In the industry, AI can able to control the quality of the product. That means it is improve the quality control. It can predict and recognize the patterns, as well as it can automate and some system automate such system, as well as it can able to provide the decision support to a particular system. That means the manual error that can be done by human beings, that can be reduced, as well as application of AI in the industry that can improve the efficiency and accuracy of a particular that is of the production, that can be previously predicted by some person of the industry that who can regulate their productivity. Here, the application of machine learning model in the finance, and in the finance, this is financial monitoring. I have included some of these things, that is risk management can be done, financial monitoring can be done. It is particularly seen in the supermarket. They have actually observed that which product has been sold in this month in a very large amount, and that type of product will be restocked. So that type of things can be done here. Okay. Email model also have a great application in the agriculture research also, because there the prediction, that means some model can be created that can able to detect the disease of the of the leaves or trees, and it can able to suggest it can able to suggest some therapeutics for that disease, as well as it can able to increase the productivity of the crops by predicting the weathers and all this. Okay. In the climate science, AI has a large number of application, particularly in the weather prediction, as well as when the climate change can be possible. In our phone, we have seen that is some predictive result has been seen, and that can be done by the AI model. Here, this is the personalized device. So in the personalized device, we have seen that is some face unlock, or sometimes some device, some software has been installed in our phone, based on which we can able to actually do some automated work. Okay, so face unlock can be done in our device. In the education field, AI has a lot of application. In the education field, particularly if we want to just use some kind of that is AI assistant that will help us to provide the information. Okay, and we know that is if we want to build a presentation also, that can be done by the AI tools. So different types of AI tools are there that will help us to correct the text that we have written. Some grammatical suggesters are there, as well as some kind of presentation maker or some kind of material makers AI tools are also there. Okay, here about the different types of labs, how the AI will help us. In different types of labs, the AI will help us. Particularly, I have included the lab about the biotechnology lab. In the biotechnology lab, what is happened in the bioinformatics? If some students are there from the bioinformatics, they can able to understand a huge number of data set can be produced from a just from a reaction. Just like if we are talking about the protein structure, on that protein structure a huge number of bonds are there. So different bonds, how they will act and how the structure of a protein can be built, that cannot be analyzed by a person in a day, but one AI model can able to do it within 1 hour. So here I have included one thing, that is protein analysis can be done, that is structure prediction of protein, as well as if we want to just suggesting some kind of drugs, that means suggesting some kind of drug molecules or some motif that can able to bind with different substances and can able to just stop some kind of activity that is not allowed in our body, that can also be suggested by some AI devices. That type of therapeutics, that is riskless and rapid therapeutics environment, can be implemented by the AI model. Okay. Now in the startup, suppose someone trying to implement some startup, on that time they can also take the help of the AI by using different type of AI trending, that is market trending things. They can able to find out, and where the business can be spread, that can be detected by the AI, that means data analysis, that can also be done by the machine learning model or the AI model. Okay. Here the research prototype means basically here I have taken how a machine learning model can work. In the research prototype, basically suppose we just want to create some model, on that time all those time the model cannot be created at, that means in one time, it can be created one after other. Means in the ML model also, ML model in the first time it can be created in a simple way with a small set of data. After that the data set will be upgraded and the model will be improved, that means the accuracy of the model will be improved. So that type of research prototype can also be implemented by the machine learning model. Here the different the machine learning workflow, how one machine learning model will work. One is, first of all, we have to take the data, then we have to build the model, and then we have to check the prediction, that means how much accuracy can be achieved by this model. So when we take the data will be divided into two parts. One is the training data, another one is the tested data. Here the input is the test data, and the training data has been actually written in this figure. That is, training data will help us to build the model, and by the test data we can able to predict, that means the accuracy, we can able to check the accuracy of the model. Okay, and we will get the result based on the test data. We can able to find out that how the model, that is what is the, that is if the model is valid or not, if the model can able to perform the task that we are trying to get from this model or not. Now this is the data collection. So there are several steps for data. Data is not available in all the times in our life, that is we have to collect the data, that is raw data will be collected. So after that the data will be pre-processed. That means if we take the raw data, all those time the data cannot be uh, they cannot be there in a file in such a way that can be used for implementing a AI model. So on that time we have to pre-process the data and we have to actually build some different types of files for the data. That means different types of method we have to perform. One is the data transformation can be done, data cleaning first of all. If there is any problem, so data cleaning we have to do. Then if the data is there is a huge set of data, that means some redundancy is there, we have to remove the redundancy. And if the data will be there in the different form, we can transform the data in the set so that we can actually build the model. Another one is the data integration. That means different types of data we will take and after that we will integrate the data to build our the actual large data set, whatever will be used for implementing the model. So here the feature engineering, after data pre-processing the feature engineering has been done. In the feature engineering, the need of the feature engineering is that it actually trying to find out the properties based on which the model will be created. So that is the reason I have written here feature and measurable properties. Okay, so here how the feature engineering will be done, that is feature creation, feature transformation, feature extraction, feature selection and feature scaling. Now here how the model will be selected, this thing is not clear from the figure, but I have told you that how the model selection will be done. First of all, the model select, for selecting the model, first of all we have to define the problem statement. After that we have to just we actually randomly select a model and trying to that means based on the problem statement we will select the model, and after that we will trying to find out that the performance of the model, and based on which we will actually tune the hyperparameter, and then again observe the performance of the model. And in this way based on the this process will be done repeatedly, and in this way which model will perform in a better way for a particular problem statement we have to find it out. Okay, so here this is how the model training can be done. So for training of the model I have told you, that is in the model training first of all we have to divide the data into two parts, one for building the model and another set of data will help us to test the model. And we will check each and every time the accuracy of the model. If and we will check here one thing, that is the model will some overflow or underflow has been done with the model or not. Overflow means if the data is insufficient, that means the model cannot be built properly. So this is the underflow. And when the data is taken in this way, that is this is not normalized and this is biased data, on that time the overflow will be done for a particular model. Okay, so how these things can be find out, we can how we can find out by learning weights as well as loss function and iteration, that means some epochs, that means how many times the training has been done. Okay, So based on this, we can able to find out that how a model will be trained. Here the evaluation and validation. So evaluation means here different types of parameters are there for evaluating a machine learning model. These parameters are the accuracy. The accuracy of the model, we have to find out that how accurate result will be coming from this model. Then the precision and recall. Basically the precision and recall will help us to find out different hyperparameters that we have taken for actually building the model. That can be that means which hyperparameter is most useful, that can be detected by this one. And another one is the overfitting and underfitting, that is this actually help us to the correctness of the model. That means based on the in the real life data how the model will perform, that can be understood by the overfitting and underfitting things. That means if the model is not overfitting fitted and not underfitted, then this model can be very much useful for the, that means working on the real life data. Okay, so overfitting and underfitting should be lesser, and about the value and accuracy of the model should be higher. So here different types of libraries, Python libraries are there for implementing the ML model, that is NumPy. That is, I have just included the name of the libraries only because I have not explained the code, because I know that is we have to discuss about something, the therapeutics. Huh. So that is the reason I have included only the libraries, that is NumPy, SciPy, Pandas. NumPy and Pandas are very much useful, and scikit-learn. These three libraries should be included. And here for visualizing the trained, that means training set of the model, the Matplotlib and Seaborn, these two libraries are also very important. Here I have just give some description that which library is useful for which purpose, that I have included in this slide. That is, NumPy is useful for including the implementing the functions, matrices, and different multidimensional data arrays, and provides the vectorization and mathematical operations also. The SciPy, this is also handling the different algorithmic different algorithm, as well as the different mathematical equation, numerical integration, optimization, and statistics. So here the pandas are very much useful to work on the table like data. Okay, and it can able to perform some operation, that is reshaping, merging, sorting, slicing, that are useful for the for implementing the AI model. Okay, scikit-learn, that is also a useful library, and it is the some machine learning algorithm is already implemented in this scikit-learn. Here the classification, regression, and clustering models are already implemented there, and if you want to use that model, you can use it for your algorithm. Okay, for your model. Matplotlib, as I have told you, that Matplotlib is useful for visualization purpose, and the Seaborn is also useful for graphical visualization. So here I have included one code fragment, that is how the libraries can be incorporated in a Python code. Here import, then NumPy as NP, that means some kind of alias name should be there, as well as the library name. So all this library if you include, and then you can able to build the your own AI model. So now I am coming to that part, that is what is the deep learning model. Deep learning means here in the deep learning, basically we will talk about a large set of data, as well as here the data will be learned from the previous layer also. That means if there is some error occurred in, that means the data, the learning will be done in different layers. If some error will occur in previous layer, so that will from that error we can able to, that means this model can able to learn from this area. So here this is the model of CNN. CNN means basically the when we are talking about the image, when we are talking about normal data, then no problem will be there. Normal data means that can be handled by, that means that can be handled by the ML model. But when we will talk about the image data means a large set of data will be there. So how the image data will be handled, that is the reason another type of AI model has been coming, that is the convolutional neural network model. This is basically the deep learning model. Here the deep learning is there, that is the neural network. Neural network means how one neuron will work in our brain. That is, some kind of feedback will be generated and some response will be coming from the previous pathways and it will forward the response to the next level. So in this neural network, different types of layers are there. In the CNN also, different layers will be there. That layer can be referred to as the hidden layer. That means three types of layer we can observe. One is the input layer, another one is the output layer, and in the middle some hidden layers will be there. Hidden layers are work like a neuron. Here you have seen the input layer will be, that means how the image will be useful, how the convolution can be done. So from in the input you can see that is some part of the input has been taken, then it will be analyzed and the convolution has been done, and the part of that input will be taken for the next layer. So here the algorithm pooling, we have taken the help of the algorithm pooling, and then the fully connected layer will be there where the classification will be done, and after that the, in this way the different hidden layer will work, and after that the output layer will give us the result. Here this is the RNN and LSTM. RNN means this is another deep learning algorithm that is useful. Here the feedback path is there from one layer to another layer. And LSTM is the, this is the long short term memory that will help us to remember a bit of information from the previous layer. So here how one deep learning model can work, that is given here. You can see that is one input layer is there, then some hidden layer is there. Hidden layer is shown in the pink color, and the output layer that is shown in the green color, and the input layer is shown in the blue color. So that is the reason I have shown used this figure here. So how the layer will work. But in the deep learning model, what is the thing, as the data set is large, so we have to take the help of a GPU. Okay, that means a large machine, that means a machine that can work the whose working power is higher, we have to take the help of that machine. Okay, the libraries that can be useful for implementing the deep learning model along with the machine learning model, that means whatever the libraries that you will use in the machine learning model, along with that you have to use the library of TensorFlow and the PyTorch. Okay, so these are the application of the deep learning, that is here we can analyze the image, we can analyze the speech, as well as we can analyze the biological data. Biological data means basically we can analyze the data of the protein molecule. Protein molecules, there are several bonds and several structures can be occurred in a biological substance. So if we want to predict the structure, on that time different types of structure can come in front of us and the data will be large. That means that cannot be handled by some machine learning model. So what are the challenges for implementing the deep learning model? These are the interpretability of the data, that means if the data is huge, if you want to transform the data to another format, so this will be very much difficult. Interpretability, as well as if that means if there is something, that means if you want to build some model, some of the time what is happen that the data set, that means some lack of data set, maybe some data set, the size of the data set should be larger. Okay, so that is another thing here. What is AI in bioinformatics? That is, first of all, what is bioinformatics? Bioinformatics means basically the generation of biological information from a particular lab experiment. It may be the wet lab experiment, or different types of data may be generated. Okay, so how this data will be handled? So the data will be generated from a bio lab can be considered as a big data. So big data can be handled by the either ML model or the DL model. Okay, so here I am trying to show one picture that is basically that is not clear, the figure is not clear, but here you can observe that is data is coming from two types of experiment. One is it may be the in vitro or in silico, and another one is that is in vitro. Some experiment may be in vitro, some may be in silico experiments may be there. Okay, here some sequence analysis can be done over the biological data. Sequence analysis means sometimes some gene mutation has been occurred. Okay, and you are trying to retrieve the information by analyzing the sequence. So how this can be done? By the sequence analysis. So by the sequence analysis, that can, so for the sequence analysis a huge number of information we have to process. In the structure prediction also, that I have already mentioned, in the protein structure prediction, as the number of bonds for a protein structure is a large number of bonds are there, and if we change one bond angle, so the structure will be different. So that is the reason the structure prediction of a particular protein is also very difficult, and that can able to generate a huge data. Here, that is how AI will be helpful in drug discovery. Drug discovery, basically one method is there, that is virtual screening. Virtual screening is already used for designing the drug. That different types of drug prediction softwares are already there. Okay, by that means that software actually working based on the virtual screening. Here we can analyze a particular biological molecule in the software environment. Have you heard about the name of the PyMol, JMol, that type of different computational tool that is used in the biology? There we have analyzed a particular molecule, now biological molecule or biological substance. So just like motif, different types of drug molecule, different types of you know, I don't know, have you heard about the name of molecular docking? That means the bonding between two substances, that means some docking molecules are also there. This is also very much useful for drug design. Okay, so that type of screening can be done. That means we have done all these things in a software environment. That means no wet lab experiment is required for that type of thing. Another one is target identification. That target identification can also be done by this type of computational device. So that type of computational device basically take the help of the AI model for automating the process. So if we are trying to implement some automated process for generating some predictive drug or predictive molecule that can be used as a drug or as a mm, solution of a particular problem, so that can be done by the AI model. Okay. Here I have included 7 ways how AI is transforming drug development. That means AI actually making the transformation in the drug development. That is accelerating the clinical trials as well as target identification, prediction of drug dose optimization as well as preclinical testing and process genomic data as well as identifying the potential side effects of a particular drug. That means in the previous time, all this time, the drug will be tested in the body of some animal, or then in the body of the monkey before starting the trial on the human beings. But nowadays, before applying the drug to a particular animal, it can be tested in a software. That means in the visual screening way. So that type in a particular model that can also be done by the AI model. Okay. Now AI and ribosomopathy. Ribosomopathy means we know. Do you know about ribosome? Ribosome means this is a molecule that can able to generate protein in our body, in the body of living beings, and there will be different types of problems that may be occurred in the ribosome. Okay, during the protein synthesis, that means sometimes what will happen, the structure of the ribosome will be different, that by the mutation of the protein that can able to build the ribosome structure, as well as the biosynthesis pathways that can able to generate the ribosomal RNA. So different types of problems may occur. So that type of problem can be referred to as that means the defects in the ribosome, or defects in the this leads to the defects in the protein synthesis process. And when the protein synthesis process will be hampered, so what will happen? Different wrong proteins may be generated, and that may leads different types of diseases. The example of such diseases is black pin anemia. So that can be done by the defects in the ribosome. Okay, so there are several types of ribosomopathies. So ribosomopathies can be detected by some by implementing some AI tools. Now I am actually working on that field. That is how we can able to detect the ribosomopathies by implementing a one AI tool. Here we can able to we can able to just find out the particular motive that can for the ribosomal protein, that is mutated ribosomal protein, and we are trying to find out the motive using the help of a particular AI model. So here the rapid therapeutics environment can be implemented. How the rapid therapeutics environment can be implemented? That is by analyzing the clinical data. We can generate a set of data, a large set of data, and from there we can able to implement a model, and that model can help us to use the rapid, that means help us to identify the disease from the symptoms that has been observed in a particular patient. Here the clinical decision support means here also what is happened, the basically different types of clinical symptoms that can be observed by a observed in a patient body, and it will be basically observed by the physician and or the lab assistant, there is a physical lab assistant, and they will collect the data and trying to analyze the data by the AI tool, and trying to diagnose the disease in a faster way. So here I have just whatever I have discussed, all these things are included in a text format. That is how the medicine will be personalized by analyzing the clinical data and using the AI model. And here the AI guided therapy can be given also. That means we can suggest the drug for a particular disease, and In the discussion, we can say that is in the healthcare section, AI, ML, and DL, that means different types of artificial intelligence algorithm has a large number of application in different sectors, that is disease prediction, medical imaging, and clinical trials, drug discovery. So in all these areas, so these are the open research area for the AI. That is, AI may be explainable AI can be generated, ethical AI may be generated, and multiple different omics integration can be done by the AI model. So these are the name of some different women scientists. They can contribute their research work in the AI field. That is, human-centered AI can be implemented by Fei-Fei Li, and Duncan Kohler has implemented one AI model, and she actually shown the application of AI model in the biological field. The as a pioneer person, and Rana E. Kaliboi, that she actually implement one emotional AI, as well as our Indian scientist has the contribution, that is Dr. Shanghamitra Bandyopadhyay has working, she has a great contribution in the different bioinformatics and evolutionary algorithm, computational algorithm, evolutionary algorithms, and she actually shown the use of machine learning and pattern recognition over this algorithm. And Dr. Sunita Sarangi from IIT Bombay, she is actually working on the sequence model for text and time series and domain adaptation. Okay. So this is the conclusion of our entire discussion. That is, here we have actually able to understand what is the purpose of the AI and how one AI model can be implemented, particularly the implementation, that means particularly the application of the AI model in the healthcare field, as well as we can ensure that some ethical handling of the AI, we have to ensure it, as well as we can perform some bridge work, that means different interdisciplinary work can also be done by the AI model, as well as different types of algorithm, that means evolutionary algorithm can also be implemented in a that different types of algorithm. Optimization algorithm can be improved. In the previous time, the optimization algorithm is also there, but nowadays the optimization algorithm will be used in a large scale. So the previous some existing algorithm is used in a large scale in the presence of AI algorithm, AI model, and implementation of regulatory compliance frameworks that can help us in the biomedical and AI governance standards, as well as it can promote the responsible innovation, ensuring AI solutions are safe and equitable and clinically beneficial. So these are the things. Okay. If anyone has any question, or if you want to learn something, you can communicate with me in chat.
If anybody of you has any question, you can come up with it. Any query, anything. ह्यूमन वर्सेस एआई के बारे में आपके क्या ओपिनियन है? ह्यूमन वर्सेस एआई के बारे में आपके क्या ओपिनियन है?
Human versus AI, that means human, actually AI is a man-made thing, and that will help us to implement some automated system, and that will help actually it can able to perform some work in such a way that our life will be faster. But AI cannot, I think, don't think so, that is AI can able to replace a human beings, but because a human is a, that means human brain, this is a large set of neurons, but when we are talking about a deep learning model, a single uh, action of a particular neuron, that can be, if we want to implement that difficult. That means at the present scenario, AI cannot be able to replace the human beings, but it can able to easier the life of the human beings if we implement the AI model. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Pratima Chatterjee, for presenting her lecture on the International Day of Women and Girls in Science. As Dr. Chatterjee had highlighted, of course, AI cannot replace human intelligence, and how much AI we learn, it can never replace the emotions we have. We would now like to request Dr. Pradeep Khati to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon. First, I want to convey my thanks to our respected resource person, Dr. Pratima Chatterjee, for our insightful talk on AI in bioinformatics. I also thanks our organizers and participants, especially few students, to attend this seminar and have a great day. Thank you.